Listen to this conversation. This is what I mean about the racism, the bigotry that has been thrown at Herschel Walker. Here's Joy Reid over at MSNBC having a sit down with a Democrat Party strategist, a woman named Latasha Brown. Check this out.
Black people are upset. They feel insulted. They feel insulted that here the Republicans would actually pick a candidate, and because he was a ball player, that in some way that we would, and if they planted this narrative that black men were not going to vote or were upset with the Democratic Party, that those two things would be enough for us to be fooled. We're far more sophisticated voters than that. And there's a certain level of feeling insulted, and that is racist, right? And I think that's a motivating factor. And then there's also a motivating factor of who Warnock is. Warnock is a Southern Baptist preacher who is the minister of Martin Luther King's church. Right. So at the end of the day, that's a lot of history. That's a lot of connectivity to who we are, our history, and our centering in the community in the South. And so those things are working where I think black folks are saying enough is enough. Yeah. We can show you better than we can tell you.
There is a certain, and I've heard this from a lot of black men, even if they're not in Georgia, there's a certain disrespect that a lot of black men in particular feel about particularly the way that Walker has been walked around by people like Lindsey Graham and sort of used and put forward. They don't seem to respect him, and they don't seem to respect black people.
No. Isn't that something? I mean, so first of all, the angry, screeching activist sitting there says that we feel disrespected, and basically Raphael Warnock is the right kind of black candidate. Herschel Walker is not. Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't dare try to tackle what most people in the black community feel about late-term abortion, for example, and how that doesn't square with her pastor friends' embrace of late-term abortion. That doesn't come up. But he's a black man from the pulpit. He's a preacher at Ebenezer Baptist Church. He's the right kind of black man. Herschel Walker is not. And then Joy Reid piles on by saying because white Republicans support and endorse Raphael Warnock, they're leading him around. They're leading him around. I wonder what Joy Reid thinks of voter ID laws. I guarantee you she's against them because she thinks black Americans are too stupid to get a $10 ID down at the DMV. She doesn't think black people can figure out how to properly show identification when you go to the voting booth. I guarantee you that's Joy Reid's mindset. It's condescending, it's patronizing, it's grotesque. What you just heard, that clip, is just gross. It's a gross thing to say. Raphael Warnock is the right kind of black man, and we're angry about this. We're angry that Republicans would dare nominate a black man. Yeah, it's incredible. These are really, really nasty people.